we're here in the dry desert, folks, and as far as we know, we don't know. Oh, who is this doofus right over here? So whenever you have the letter and carry with you, and talk to the person who, you know, has the letter or has the letter delivered to them, Paracarry will deliver the letter to the person, and most of the time they'll just give you a star piece. I am talking over this because this is the basic thing on what's gonna happen. So with that out of the way, we're in the dry desert. Here's a pro tip. Don't really explore this area, at least at the first point, because there might be some interesting things around here, but there are so many dangerous enemies around that I very much hate. Let me tell you how much I hate about these guys. The bandits. They are like the worst enemies in this game, and I'm so glad that they're only up to like this one point. What they do is that when they hit you, they take your coins, which may not be very much, but it's still a pain. Luckily, if you hit them even just once, the coin will drop and return to you, which, you know, still is not much. From my knowledge of the bandits, they have 2 attack, 0 defense, and I believe they only have 5 health. Maybe 4, but I'm pretty sure it's 5. They deal quite an amount of damage, and in this run, I actually got like a little bit scared because I'm thinking, this is where things get really rough. Mario doesn't really have a defense until you like build that for him. As much as I didn't really want to waste it, I really had to take on Whacka's bump. But don't worry, there are 9 more if we keep on whacking him. So the thing is, don't really explore dry desert, even if it's your first time, because you'll probably get lost. The destination we have to go to is dry outpost, which will be easy to go to if you just follow the yellow trail. If you go exploring, you might end up places that you don't want to be in, and I think the enemies even like respawn once you leave like the area. It is a big place, but there are many secrets to it, but I would just say, unless if you know where the secrets are at, which I didn't know at this point, which is why I never really explored much. I know there were like a few places that had some good badges, but otherwise I didn't like go for them because I didn't know exactly where it was. It was like the first time I've actually like played this game. I think the last time I played this game was like a year ago. But I still know a lot about this game, just not the dry desert, because I've now like went through that entire area. So far it was like only the bandits that are going at us, and they seem like very dickish, shy guys. At least they seem to look like shy guys, but we haven't seen any shy guys in this game yet. So we got the other enemy type around here, and they seem actually familiar. You might notice them in the second Mario game. Pokies. As I didn't hit him. Pokies are very much like dicks. They are living cacti, and unlike in Mario 2, you can't really jump on them or else you get hurt, because they have spikes everywhere. From what I do know, they have 4 health, no defense, and they have 2 attack. And they have 2 different attacks. One will like go at you and do that wavy thing, or they will throw one of their cacti balls at you. That seems very dirty to say, excuse me, but that's all they do. Unless you have the unless you don't have the damage dodge badge, you should be fine with this. That's a strange stone cacti. Oh no! Tornado! I don't know how the tornadoes work, actually. I don't really go to them. They take you to some areas and they're not all randomized, but I don't know what they actually do. There's some guy in the dry outpost that actually tells you what the tornadoes will actually do, or the location of the tornadoes, but I haven't really bothered because I don't know. I thought there will be something in there. Usually in trees, they you have like stuff more than just coins, maybe star pieces. But so far I haven't been getting any luck from that. I really gotta find another damage effects badge because I suppose I do like that sound effect. We gotta switch it up. And we're on the dry outpost. This is our town of the second chapter. And there's so much to do and so much to see, but so far we can only talk to people and find out where to find the dry ruins. I mean, who knows where that might be. Oh hey, that's a mouse. He seems to be in a hurry. He seems to come out of that shop. Well, I guess it was just a customer. Or not, maybe that was the owner. So, talking to these guys, they kind of give you an idea on where Dry Ruins is. And this is our only hint. I just talked to them because I just wanted to. Not for any particular reason, because I know where Dry Ruins is. But, you know, in the perspective of someone who just played the game, you gotta know. Maybe that trader did something about the Dry Ruins. Like I did say, something about traders are usually people who know what the Dry Ruins are. And, he seems to lead from that other mouse guy. Oh, this guy's a bigger, but I suppose we can give some nice stuff to him. The sleepy sheep, it's not very effective. Sometimes it works, sometimes it won't. And most of the time when it won't, I won't be able to use it. And, well, the egg is pretty much like a mushroom, so let's go and take that away. Mario doesn't even like raw eggs. He don't eat them raw, okay? This guy's asking too much to, get stuff for free. Got a job, why don't you? So I go ahead and heal up. I will be skipping most of the end parts because they're all the same. Only one or two of them are actually different. But for this person, right. I don't know what the hell just happened. I do know. I'm just not gonna tell you what just happened unless you played this game before you notice that. Well, it'll be a surprise, and we'll actually be seeing some of that effect later on. And even after sleeping, he had a good run. So let's see what's all about the trader and what he knows about the Dry Ruins. He definitely has a lot to talk about. No, he's just a merchant. There's some dry pasta over here. We can take that to Trace Tea and cook that up, but not much. We'll buy that mushrooms just in case we run into stuff. And I don't want to try... Mario doesn't eat just dried pasta, okay? Who would want to eat pasta, like, straight up, not boiled down and not cooked? Come on. I go ahead and compliment on what I would get, but I go for the healing items because I know I'll be needing them. So, we don't know where this place is, but there's an interesting place to go because it's the only one I know of, and it's actually required to actually find the Dry Ruins. Oh, this. Well, it's just a bunch of bandits. Probably something out of this. I'll probably take them down with the multi-bounce in. Uh-oh. What's going on? Oh, yeah, her. So, what she does is that throughout the entire game, or until up to a point, she can help us. which is very good. At that point, she decided to give us attack power. And she seems to do it much, depending on how much you pay her for the service. The one I did is like the longest, and I don't know how many buffs or something I would get, but it's not only just increasing your attack, it's sometimes like doubling your star points, doubling your coins, raising Mario's defense, that sort of stuff. So she is very helpful in these sort of cases, and I'm glad that I paid the money for it too. There are like other ones like that in the other Paper Mario games. Actually, in Thousand Year Door, that's the one that at least had the most of it. I don't really know though. Then again, Paper Mario is something that I like. That's why I'm doing this. There's another bandit there, but I'm not gonna deal with that. But there's a secret up here, and it's this: the Life Shroom. Life Shrooms are going to be a very important #1 priority in this Let's Play, because I will probably die a lot. And we found out in Oasis. Oh yeah, what a Life Shroom does is that if your health goes to 0, it'll regain back some health up to 10. So, and L max too. So there's some lemon limes here. Around here, they don't really seem that useful, and an HP block, which we very much needed. And that seems to be around here, and oh, this is pretty neat. The super block. What the super block does is that it increases your partners. They get a new ability, and then they get like a buff. They get a attack buff, which is very useful at this point. And I think that they actually become more powerful than Mario is himself, which is kind of sad that if your partner is more stronger than Mario, that's kind of something. That seems to be it. I mean, that's the only thing that I'm going to show off in this part, because I think at another part I'll actually like explore around the desert to all the high points. Probably make a map out of it just in case that comes around. So with this, I decided, well, maybe I'll show off Parakarry's new ability, the airlift. This is the airlift. As much as that seems like it's useful, it's not really useful. Why it's not that useful is because when the enemy is gone, he won't drop the star points. So it's pretty useless. But the shovel shot is up to 6 now, making Parakarry the most powerful partner we have up to this point. So I go and backtrack back and like, I know what the beggar wants. His favorite fruit item is lemon. I actually thought it was lime, but I gave him a lemon first just to see. And that's the thing, you give him a lemon, and if you find that beforehand, he'll actually be like, okay, I'll tell you anything I know. So as far as we know, we need to get to the ruins. And we gotta talk to Mr. Mousefasta. Miss Mousefasta, I'm so tired. Mr. Mousefasta. He knows where the ruins are at, and we don't know where he is. Well, he knows, but we'll have to give him something else. And no way I'm gonna give up that Life Shroom. So if anything, we need to see Mousefasta. And we gotta do this. We gotta buy the dry shroom and the the dusty hammer. In that order. And it's pretty weird, even for like something like this. I don't know why that they decided, hey, let's go ahead and let this guy buy the worst items. Dusty Hammer, I would say, is pretty useful, but it's just basically throwing your hammer, the throw hammer badge. I guess it could be useful if you have like no FP and no FP raising items and you want to throw a hammer, but it's really not that useful. I mean, we'll be down to 160, which that is pretty steep. I mean, 160 is a pretty steep price to have. And of course, when he says that, he's like, oh hey, you have these 2 items, you must know Mousefasta. We of course have to ask him, where is he? And Parakarry's I actually did not notice that. Parakarry's kind of like spazzing out there. I didn't notice that beforehand. I just kind of like, yeah, okay, this guy's gonna tell me what this and what that. Dry mushroom. Don't get them. They only heal up only 1 HP. Unless if you're really desperate, just don't use them. It's useless. Don't ever buy one. Don't ever get one. I don't think they even go into good recipes, so don't try. And the beggar seems to be gone. That bastard took everything we had. Parakarry is kinda... I just really love on how like the AI of the partners just seem like very finicky in this one. We got another letter. We'll be finding a lot of letters when we explore, but for now, we gotta talk to this beggar guy again. What's going on here now? What a twist! I didn't see this coming. Even when I first played this game and thought that. So now we gotta heal up since we've lost some FP, but hey, that's pretty important for me to have. And now is to find the dry ruins with that little stone thing we have. It's pretty easy on where it is. Now we gotta go ahead and explore around the dry ruins for the desert. I'm so tired, I can't even speak. At this point, just try to ignore all the enemies, because at this point on, you gotta know where this dry ruin thing is at. And this little thing, it'll go off quite a bit. If you're going near it, then you'll probably know where it is. It'll go faster if you're nearer to it, but really, on one thing for sure, it's in the middle, and it's all the way— oh no, tornado! Maybe this guy will help us. Maybe not. No. He puts up in a very random place, and I'm totally lost. But hey, 10 coins out of this. This will pay for those 4 coins that we lost. 2. And I keep missing that little thing. Oh, another tornado! So many tornadoes in this area. Honey syrup too, that's a good payoff. So what I do know is that it's kind of like in the middle, and it is all the way up, so just keep going up and keep going left when you exit the dry outpost. And you may be able to find the dry ruins. But I do say just ignore any of the enemies, because they'll probably be wasting your time at this point. And it's going faster, and what's this little doohickey thing? What does it do? Oh, it's there the entire time. Well, until next time, folks, we'll explore the dry ruins and see what's in store for us in these halls.